So moving quickly on, we can now look at the second part of the algorithm, which is actually the same, except for there's an extra operation here where, in addition to multiplying a character by the array lookup, it also multiplies it by the previous character. So for us to make the #2 version, we can copy that #2 there, and we just need an extra step here to multiply it by the previous character, which is just p minus 1. So get #2 now works as well. So we can just do that very quickly and print it formatted so it's with a dash in there, like that. If we recompile that and run it again with gimme-a-milk, and there's our serial code. So now what we should be able to do is try it with some other name, and that should work as well. So I don't know, Fred West. Let's copy the code it generated for us. So we highlight it, hit enter, so that's copied. Go back to Ollie. Let's restart fresh because we were halfway through doing something. So it's just reloading everything again. Run it up and go to register. So this time let's try Fred West and paste in there, register. There's some breakpoints, and so now Fred West has registered successfully as well. There we go in there. So the only thing left to do now really is, rather than having a somewhat awkward to use command line version, write a small Windows application to make it slightly more user friendly. I'm going to use Visual Studio to make a basic dialogue based application, an MFC app written in Visual C++. Visual Basic is perfect for doing simple dialogue based apps, but I don't have it installed here, and also all the hashing code that we've just written is in C, so we can paste it straight into a C++ build. So I'll call it mIRC keygen, something like that. And then we get the options for the project. I want a dialogue based project. I don't want Unicode, and I'll just take a system menu and no ActiveX, and that's all fine. So while it's generating the project for us, I'll just say at this point that this tutorial is for educational purposes only. I don't in any way condone the theft of software. Developers work hard and they deserve to be rewarded for that effort. So this is the project it's produced, and there's a default dialogue already made. Let's get rid of the, we don't want those. What we do want is a box to type in a name, a box where the key will be produced, and a button to generate the key. So I'll just make that a bit smaller. So that's fine. I'll change the caption on that button to generate key, and we'll just tidy that up a little bit. Okay, that's fine. So the name of this box is IDC edit 1, and the name of this box is IDC edit 2. So we'll double click on the button. That'll take us to, this method will get called when that button is clicked, so we can do our stuff in here. So we'll declare an input and an output string buffer that we'll use. First we need to get the text from the name box, so that was IDC edit 1, and our buffer is that, and our count is that. So that's got the text of the name into the string named input. So now if we go back to our algorithm code, and we can just copy the whole lot, go to Visual Studio and paste it somewhere. This is very messy, but it's just for demonstration purposes. So now we can use sprintf, and our format is that, and we get #1. So now our output string holds the serial number generated with our two hash functions, and we just need to that's not going to help us out. IDC edit 2, that's the name of the serial code box, and the output string, and that's everything. So if we build that appeared to build okay, so we can run that now, and there's our program. Type in the name, generate key, and that's the key we're expecting, so we know that works. And the other one we tried was Fred West, generate key, and that appears to be working fine. So that's the end of the tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll say again, it is for educational purposes only, and any requests for cracked applications will be ignored, but your questions and comments related to the content are most welcome. So see you next time.